Hi, Joe Shannon here, and I want to talk to you about why you should hire a law firm, specifically Shannon Law Group, to handle your vaccine injury claim. Well, here's a couple of reasons. Number one, we represent hundreds of victims who have had vaccine injury claims here in the United States, and we represent people throughout the 50 states through the U.S. Court of Claims. Why are we allowed to do that? Because we're members of the bar of the U.S. Court of Claims in Washington, D.C., and all of our lawyers who would represent you are members of that bar. Your claim is not a number to us. Your claim is more than your medical records. It's more than your medical diagnosis. We tell your story. Now, you're not required to hire a lawyer to represent you in the vaccine injury compensation program. You're not. However, why should you do so? Well, you could handle it by yourself, but why not delegate the stress of dealing with the situation to us? Because at the end of the day, you will pay us nothing. We advance money for the costs of the case, which include the filing fee, any retrieval of your medical records, any other expert fees, that type of thing. And our fee will not come out of your recovery. Our job is to get you the maximum recovery you can recover. And once we do that, you will get a check from the U.S. government to you for your claim. Our fee does not come out of your recovery. We get paid on a separate fee petition from the U.S. government. So, reasons: we're experienced, we represent hundreds of folks throughout the country. Secondly, all of our lawyers that work on these claims are licensed through the U.S. Court of Claims, so we can represent you in all 50 states. Third, we treat these cases personally, meaning we know how to handle these cases, we've dealt with them in the past, and we know how to move these cases as fast as they can. Now, mind you, we're dealing with a government bureaucracy, so it's going to take a little bit of time to move your case. However, once we get your medical records and we review your case, we're able to pinpoint what the issue is, file the case with the U.S. Court of Claims, and push it any way we can. Let's talk about the human connection in these cases. Your case is more than your medical records, your medical bills, that type of thing. Your case is about you and us telling the story of exactly what happened to you, what your life was like before you had this vaccine side effect, and what it's like afterwards. If it's like any of our other clients, your story is dramatic. There's been a big issue with what happened to you after you've had the side effect, and you need somebody to put that story together and communicate it properly so that you can get the maximum compensation under the law. Now, what can you recover? Well, there's some recoveries that are limited. For example, what we call non-economic damages, which means pain and suffering, loss of a normal life, that type of thing, that's capped at $250,000. That doesn't mean that you're going to recover that in every case. It's just the maximum amount that you're allowed to recover for pain and suffering or loss of a normal life. Well, what else can you recover? You may recover any medical bills that you incurred or will incur in the future that'll be out of pocket, that is not covered by insurance or some other program. You can also recover any lost wages that you've had or will have in the future that are, again, not covered by insurance. Any other out-of-pocket costs that are not covered under some other plan, this program is intended to make sure that for economic damages, that's lost wages, medical records, or out-of-pocket costs, that you are made whole. So we want to make sure and ask for every one of those bills to be paid back from this program. What's important in a case like this is to continue to keep you updated. It's our firm policy to respond to emails or calls within 24 hours. We want to continuously keep you updated on your case so you always know what's going on. Our job is to make sure that we communicate your case to the special master and to the Department of Justice. So in order to do that, we need to know who you are. So we want to constantly communicate with you, and we'll do so. We also want to get to know you on a personal level. Therefore, we'll be constantly contacting you to make sure we understand where you're at with your treatment, where you're at with your diagnosis, where you're at with your personal outlook on what's going to happen in your future. In order to do that, we need to make sure we know you as the client. So you're more than a number to us. You're a client that needs to be represented and represented zealously. So that is some of the reasons for hiring a lawyer, and we would ask you to consider hiring Shannon Law Group based upon our experience. Feel free to call us today at 312-578-9501 for a free consultation on your vaccine injury case. We look forward to speaking with you.